class, this is section 4.3 in your textbook. We are going to learn two new rules today for how to find the derivative of a function. You will want to take notes on this video. Put me on pause as often as you would like so that you have time to get the notes into your notebook. The first rule we're going to learn is called the product rule. So this rule will be used on functions that involve a product. I will give you the rule first, and then we will do several examples. So we are going to take the derivative of u times v. U and v are both quantities that have a derivative. Okay, so our rule is, when you take the derivative, it will be the u quantity times the derivative of the v quantity plus the v quantity times the derivative of the u quantity. So what does this mean? If our function looks like this, and you want to find the derivative of it, it is the product of two quantities. So we have to use the product rule. I could FOIL it out and take the derivative that way, but using the product rule will be much easier for you to do. So I'm going to follow this formula. This quantity here is my u. This quantity here is my v. So I will follow my formula, which says that I take u, the quantity of u, and I multiply it by the derivative of v, then I add to it my v times the derivative of my u. So all of this will be times 2. So this is u times v prime, the derivative of my v quantity, plus my v times u prime. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so I have two products. Identify your u and identify your v. You can even write u prime and v prime out to the side if it makes it easier for you. So now we're going to follow the formula, which is u times v prime plus v times u prime. Never seem to have enough space. Okay, so let's review the formula again. U times V prime plus V times U prime. Leave it like that. At this stage, we're not interested in simplifying. Okay, put me on pause if you want to take a little bit more time to put this into your notes. We are going to look at one other rule, and that is the quotient rule. So this rule will be applied if you have a quotient. So we will be taking the derivative of a u divided by a v. My rule is v times u prime minus u times v prime all over v squared. More complex formula, you need to memorize it. So how is it going to work? So a problem. I have a quotient. That's the first thing that you want to identify when you look at your problem. Is it just going to be a polynomial and you'll use the power rule? Is it a product where you apply the product rule? Or is it a quotient where you want to do the quotient rule? In this case, obviously, it is a quotient, so I am going to use the quotient rule. The numerator is my u, the denominator is my v. I am going to follow this formula. I start with the denominator, and I just rewrite my v. Times the derivative of the numerator, which is 6x squared, minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, which is my v prime, and then I put all of that over 4x squared minus 4x plus 2 squared. Again, no need to simplify right now. So let's review what I just did. This is my v times my u prime, the derivative of the numerator, minus u times v prime all over v squared. Okay, I'd like to do one more example of the quotient rule. And let's put a trig function in there. Okay, it's a quotient. We will apply the quotient rule. So the denominator times the derivative of the numerator, which is cosine x, minus the numerator times the derivative of the denominator, all over the denominator squared. Again, u divided by v. Start with v times u prime minus u times v prime all over v squared. Product and the quotient rules.